picture this, right? You go over someone's house and you bring your best dish to share with them. And imagine that each person that comes brings their best dish. And you kind of go and get to taste each person's dish, and you learn a little bit about where they've come from and what they're offering to the group. And at the end of this meal together, where you all share one another's dishes, at the end of the meal together, you have the sharing of the meal with one another is a time of fellowship, a time of getting to know and hear and taste what they have brought to the group. That's what reading the Bible in community is. It's just a way to explain what it might be like if we were to come together and enjoy what the other has prepared for the group. So basically, we're going to read through the Book of Amos together. So you would read no more than 30 verses per week. That might be one or two chapters, maybe one. You pre-read the reading, and then you come and bring the dish that you have, or the thought that you have prepared, that kind of stuck with you throughout the week, that you'd like to share with the group. That's the dish. Each person kind of shares with one another their thought, reflection, something that stood out to them with the group. That's your dish. So we all share and we listen to one another as they share, and we learn to see maybe other perspectives from the biblical text that perhaps we didn't notice. And then we leave our 1 hour of time together each week. We leave that time together each week with a full belly, with fellowship with others, and perhaps even with accountability to know that each week you'll want to bring something tasty to share, something that was meaningful to you to share with the group. So that's what reading the Bible in community is when it's done with me, Sojourner. And this will be my second time kind of doing this and in this format. The first time was with the Book of Lamentations, and it was beautiful. It was paired with a companion book called Prophetic Lament, Justice in Troubled Times. And it just was wonderful. Now we're reading the Book of Amos, and choosing the Book of Amos for me was intentional. We are, as a nation, headed into a new season with a new president, and with that comes many changes. That's just normal. But this time, maybe like every time, brings some anxiety and fear. And trembling for some. It brings a lot of cheering for others, but I wonder if there's something that we can learn from the Book of Amos, from the prophet Amos. I wonder if there's something that we can consider as we read and keep going back to God and the Holy Spirit to see what is it that you have for us in these times. What is it that you want us to know about you, God? How can we live out your justice in the world, in our nation, in our communities, in our homes, within us? What are you calling us to? So I'm hoping that we will be able to gather together with different voices, different dishes, different points that may come out, and that we would leave full. That we would leave full. This is an invitation for you to join me and whoever else will join us. I imagine it is going to be a small group, but it's going to be a good group. We're going to hear one another, and we're going to share with one another, and that's vulnerable, and that's what I hope to facilitate a table that can handle that. So join me for 6 weeks, starting Friday, January 25th, 2025, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. CDT, once a week, 1 hour a week. Come together with us to study the Book of Amos. I look forward to meeting with you. If you we're ready to sign up, go to sojournershines.com click on my blog for Amos. Reading Let's Read Amos, I think that's what it's called, and there's a survey in there that you'll fill out to let me know that you're committed to begin this work together of reading the Bible in community. I look forward to reading this Bible book with you and just learning from you and with you together. All right, bye-bye.